Hey folks, so welcome to Unit 3. So it's Monday. This week we are going to talk about the word processor and we're going to get into Microsoft Word. Now, here's the thing. Word processors in like the big picture of everything, they're a relatively recent piece of software. Looking around my desk. So once upon a time, if you wanted to write a report, write a paper, write a letter, write anything, you had to use one of these. Now, here's the big problem, huge problem. That opens up a whole flurry of questions. Do I use cursive or do I use block print? What color inks? The same thing up there. Do I use pencil or do I use ink pen? Then the question, if I use ink, sometimes you had to use certain colored inks. I had teachers in middle school and high school. It's got to be in black ink. It's got to be in blue ink. Don't use any colored inks. And that really stank because if you were a kid in like the late 70s or the 80s and you got one of these bad boys, oh, you were styling with just the flick of a thumb. You go from blue to black to red to green, all the way back, whatever color you wanted. You had to write. You had to take this, you had to take a piece of paper, and then if you made mistakes, worse. Liquid paper. If you're on a typewriter, it's a machine. It does a little faster. But even then, the typewriter, if you make a mistake, my father, his business, he was an attorney in single practice, and his secretary had an IBM Selectric. If she made a mistake, she had to hit the backspace key and the correct backspace, and it would push a little piece of correction tape over the character. So when you wrote, if you made a mistake, game over, do it over again. But here comes the word processor. The word processor puts everything in the computer. You can manipulate whatever you want. You can manipulate the color of the font, the kind of font, the size of the font, the positioning. So word processors really made us work a lot more efficiency. And I can tell you that because that happened in my lifetime. My dad got his first computer at his office in, gosh, I want to say 86. I remember the first time I had to do a paper. It's like, Dad, take me to the office. I need to borrow your office for an hour or so. And type that. And of course, I didn't know how to type with it. So hunt, peck, hunt, peck, hunt, peck, hunt, peck, hunt, peck, find all the keys. But when the paper was done, I saved it to a disk, a big 5.25-inch disk. I saved it. I printed it out. I handed it in. And then when I had to do corrections, go to the computer, pull up the file, and it's very quickly. Oh, this word is misspelled? All right, very quickly, go back and spell it. Oh, there needs to be a period instead of a comma here? Go back. So what we're going to talk about this week, again, the tools that we're learning in Microsoft Office, these literally transform the way we work. They make us a lot more productive. And that's what I want you to think about as we're going through. And likewise, again, think about how you're going to use word processors when you're out in the field, in your job. You've got a very big, broad, diverse group of people who are getting various degrees, but they're all going to be touched by computer technology. So that's what I want you to think about. All right, folks. As always, Microsoft Teams is open. I check in occasionally just so you know that I'm there. That's y'all's space. If you need to talk to each other, if you need to vent, do whatever you need to do in there. The discussion board, please make sure that you're hitting the discussion board. I'm going in and I'm replying. I will see y'all on Wednesday. We will talk more about word processors then. Have a good Monday, a fantastic week. I'll see you on Wednesday.